but as of anything to report for injuries, nothing from the game. Really key points here for us. I mean, didn't complement each other well enough. We had a chance to. We go down an opening kickoff, go down there in scoring position, don't convert a third down. You have to score touchdowns in a red zone in a game like this, where we knew the possessions would be limited. We kick a field goal, got points on the board, kick the ball back off. We get to give up a big return into plus territory. They punch the ball in and score 7. We get the ball back. I think we get a first down or 2, but ultimately end up in a 3rd and long. We had another penalty, false start. Operation wasn't good enough today, and then we had to punt the ball. So we punt it, and we pin them down on the 5-yard line. Great coverage, great rush, all the things that we want. They're on the 5-yard line, and they go 95 yards for a touchdown, and ultimately that was the game. That was the swing, the kickoff to the touchdown to the punt to the 95-yard drive. Didn't bow up at any point. Didn't play well enough in any phase to win the game, and didn't complement each other well. So that's how you lose games on the road to good physical football teams. Tip of the cap to them. They played well. They were physical. They were the more physical team today, which is not one of the first times I've had to say that this year. And in a low possession game, we need to score touchdowns, and we didn't. We were, I think, one of 3 or 1 of 4 in the red zone. We gave up too many sacks at the end of the day. We're holding the ball a little bit too long on some of those, and some of those are, guys get beat, and that happens, but too many negative plays in the second half where it didn't allow us to be on game script and on schedule. And that team in 3rd and 7 plus is, I think they've let up 6 conversions all year long, and we weren't going to be any one of them there in that situation. So tough. Still, guys played hard. We still kept fighting. But at the end of the day, we didn't have enough complimentary football and didn't play well enough.
What explanation you got on the overturn call, and what were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was going to stand on the field. They initially told me that it was going to stand, and they took another look at it as I walked away. And then as I came back, they told me it was going to be overturned. And that was all the explanation I got. I'll let you guys decide what you think the call should have been, but I don't want to lose any money.
If he's pushing the ball with his hand, is that technically, to your understanding, still a forward pass?
I don't know what the ruling of a forward pass is right now. I'm not too sure.
Same official who said it was going to stand come to you and tell you they were going to change it?
Yeah.
Did he give you any reason
No.
why?
No, he did not.
How much of a swing was that? And
yeah, it was critical momentum swing at the end of the half to score a touchdown on defense. Haven't done that all year long, and to get a chance to put 6 on the board on defense, and right before the half on a mistake that they made was huge for momentum. We were getting the ball back. Yeah, it was a huge momentum turning play, which I feel like we've had a lot of those this year that haven't gone our way. And that's sort of what happens when you're not playing well enough. Is it all the plays that you make feel so critical, and when they get taken away, they hurt. And that was a big momentum swing for us.
What will it take for a game without a giant kick or punt return?
We got to cover better. That's kickoff coverage is what it's. You got to beat your man and cover the ball. And we didn't do a good enough job of that in that particular return. I thought we covered well everywhere else during the day. Punt coverage was really good. We pinned them down inside the 10 a couple times. I mean, we're better, but we just can't give up the one huge play on special teams a game. We got to find a way to get that shut down.
You said that they were more physical today, and you've had to say that multiple times.
No, I said no. I said that's the first time I've had to say that.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. My
yeah.
I was going to ask you why is that? But
no. They just
today. What was it that made them more physical?
When you look at, we just had a hard time getting the quarterback down. He got out a few times, made some runs. They're a bleed offense, and they suck the air out of the game. That's what Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh have done forever. They run the ball well, and it wasn't anything. There was nothing big. It was just a steady. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts when you play that way, and we just kind of gave up just enough yards every time to, on a 95-yard drive, allow them to go punch it in for 7 when we had them backed up on the 5, which, I don't know. We've done a lot of that this year. And so to not have that field position, not get that stop, and see them just sort of plug away down the field was just haven't seen that a lot against our defense. They've been pretty stout, and we weren't good enough today.
Is there a common thread you're seeing with Leroy and the penalties these last couple of games?
Yeah, he's got too many. I think our operation, with the silent cadence on the road hasn't been good enough. We work it all the time. The music's on all day long. But we got to do a better job of that execution, because the false starts are killer. They put you in these long down and distances that you're second and 15, which is really hard to overcome. But yeah, it's got to be cleaner. Operations got to be better, and that starts with me, and we got to do a better job coaching it.
What did you think about Will?
I thought Will was good at times. I thought, a couple of times I felt like he's trying to find a bigger play in the later parts of the game. And once he started getting the ball out and just trying to play faster, that was good. I thought he did some good things today. There's definitely some things that are encouraging and things to teach off of.
How many of their sacks do you feel like he helped maybe create?
Well, two of them for sure. You know, one was on a naked, that was a naked bootleg, and he's on the perimeter and takes a sack on that. That's usually not what you look for. And then he had one scramble to the sideline where he's kind of trying to run, and it's a 0-yard gain or whatever it was. So that's two of the sacks that were outside of the pocket. The rest of them, I'd have to watch it to know exactly, but it felt like most of those guys, we got beat, and we had to hold the ball a couple times, and we couldn't hold up.
They let Kenneth go in part because they didn't find him to be a good, effective coverage player. They come here. How does he end up in coverage so much that they could take advantage of the weakness that they knew?
Yeah, I knew. I mean, he was in position on the one play down in the red zone. They got the PI. Just you got to look back for the ball. The other one on the touchdown, I'm not quite sure what happened there on the long touchdown. We held the ball for a long time. We didn't get to him, and he hit the receiver crossing the field. So I'm not quite exactly sure. I have to watch that. I can give you more information tomorrow on that. But yeah, I'd have to look at it all to really comment further on it.
When you have a
Does
young,
that not feel like them outdoing you on a player feature that you're both very familiar with?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, I don't know if that was intentional. It looked like that one they had a chance to. They were looking somewhere front side, and he sort of came back because we had a lot of time back there to get it off. So hard for me to make that determination right now.
when you've got a young player like Jarvis who's going through a couple of struggles in a rookie year, is there something you say to him to keep him steady, or do you kind of trust that he'll be able to course correct?
Yeah, that's playing corner in the NFL. You know, you're going to get beat. How you respond to it is what you see most of these really good corners and coverage guys in this league get beat. They come back and they keep playing. There's really no other way to do it. You have to life on the island out there isn't for everyone, and Jarvis is tough enough to handle it, and he's mentally tough enough to deal with it. So, yeah, you're going to get beat, and you got to come back and keep playing. And you're going to miss a tackle, and you got to make sure you get the next one down. So, it's just a next play mentality for guys out there, and for young players, it's challenging. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of really good players in this league that force you to be on top of your game every week you step out there. And I thought he's done a nice job, and then he gives up some plays that he's got to learn from.